Good dag, welcome back to CFC-TV. This is my review of the Crystal Palace versus Chelsea match. And fucking hell, we won the game 3-0. I mean, how long has that been? Won a game, clean sheet, 3 goals. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to run you through the lineup, which was almost what I hoped for, but I'm going to come to that. It was obviously Thibaut Courtois in goal. The back 4 stayed the same as it was against Man United, because Gary Cahill was still, was almost in the squad. Gus Hiddink said in the pre-match press conference that he had a chance of playing, but he was a doubt, but he didn't make the squad. So it was still Ivanovic, Kazuma, John Terry and Azpilicueta, with Baba Rahman on the bench. Then the holding midfielders were what I personally hoped for, because it was John Obi Mikel and Cesc Fabregas. John Obi Mikel very much impressed me against Man United and when he came on against Watford. And Fabregas was just ill against Man United, and I felt he did quite well lately, and I was proved right today. So Matic was obviously left out the team, which after his dreadful performance against Man United, obviously the miss, but not just the miss, he was dreadful overall in my opinion. The 3 behind the striker where I had the little problem, because it was Hazard on the left wing, Willian on the right wing. Those two were kind of obvious, but it was Oscar in the middle, and I would have hoped for Pedro on the left and Hazard in the middle, because I felt Pedro played really well lately, and Oscar only played well against Sunderland and was terrible against Watford, and was even more terrible against Man United. And it was Diego Costa served his ban, so he was back, which was very good to see. Obviously Falcao and Remy are still injured. Cahill, as I said, didn't make the bench, so yeah, those were out of the equation basically. As I said, I would have liked Pedro to start the game. The game started, you know, it was an equally as bad game from both teams in my opinion, but we didn't manage to create an attack really. And Crystal Palace, even though they didn't really threaten our goal, they were always sort of forcing us problems and giving us problems when they were on the counter after we lost balls in a stupid way, which we always did. Like Costa gave it away, Fabregas gave it away once or twice, Hazard lost the ball in stupid positions, even Willian did. Costa, he did lose the ball sometimes, but he really tried today. I was so impressed with him today. So that was a bit annoying in the first, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. But after, I can't remember, probably around 11-12 minutes, Hazard had a shot. It wasn't a great shot. I mean, it led to a corner because it was deflected. But he injured his groin there. Like, you could see him touching it there and then, you know, limping a little bit for a while. Then he actually carried on. I thought he was fine because he was running normally, what it looked like to me anyway. But then he apparently just tried for 4 or 5 minutes more. And in the 16th minute he came off. He had to be substituted. He couldn't run properly anymore, which is fair enough, I guess. So Pedro came on, and Pedro was lively. Like, he didn't, you know, completely change the game, but he was lively. But as I said, I think Hazard was still better than Oscar was in the first part of the game. So yeah, and after, let me just check, yeah, the 29th minute, we made it 1-0, which was lovely. It was a great pass by Fabregas to Diego Costa, just a great through ball. Costa was at just almost at the touchline, I think just outside the 6-yard box, and just cut it back to Costa, Oscar, who just tapped it in. Easy goal, but Oscar was terrible the first half. But I'm going to come to that in the personal, like, you know, what I thought about the players personally, or individually even. And then the first half, you know, it just, you know, we were a little bit of the better team. We did play better than them towards the end of the first half, but still we weren't really dominating them or anything like that. But, you know, it was fairly decent. So we came into the second half, basically started the same way as we started, you know, as we ended the first half. A little bit better than them, but not really edging, like not really like dominating them or anything. But then Willian came up. Oscar had it was somehow an assist. He sort of laid it off to Willian, but basically he just got fouled and tried to give it to someone else before he lost the ball. But Willian had a cracker, like was probably about 22-23 yards out, and he just smashed it top corner. Like, beautiful goal, beautiful smash, and that was so important for us. You could clearly see that once we scored that second goal, so much pressure dropped from the players. You could clearly see that. Suddenly we started playing football again, like football that we haven't seen in such a long time. It was great to see. Like, it was great football. It was great runs. I was so happy with it. And then Diego Costa scored. I think it was Willian who had a shot and he got saved, and then Costa scored the tap in, like the rebound. But I can't remember. It could have been Oscar who had the shot as well. I just can't think of it. So yeah, I mean, we scored 3 goals. Costa assisted 1. Costa scored 1. Willian scored 1. I think he sort of assisted it with the the shot that the keeper saved. Oscar assisted 1 and scored 1. I was really happy on the day. In the end, we probably could have had 1 or 2 more if we would have finished our counter-attacks, but we just outplayed them in the end. Like, obviously they had they tried to do something going forward. We just contained them. So talking about the players individually, Courtois was very good. He didn't have to make the most incredible of saves, but it was really wet. It was pouring it down with rain at Selhurst Park, but he was catching the balls very safely, and just being the brick behind the wall basically that you need, if that's the right saying. Not quite sure now, but just he gives the defense just so much stability. Begovic is a great keeper in my opinion. I really like him as a keeper, but he doesn't give the defense as much stability as Thibaut Courtois does, and as Peter Cech did before Thibaut Courtois arrived. So I was really happy with him. Ivanovic actually did quite a decent job. He was out of position sometimes. Like once, I remember him being next to John Terry, even behind John Terry towards the left, and Zuma was out on the right, but still in a centre back position, Zuma, and had to move out right after seeing Ivanovic wasn't there. I don't know exactly, I can't think of it right now how that happened, but that was a bit weird to me. But he was fairly alright. Obviously they had Bolasie out, they had Gale out, they had Kabay out, they had Sacco out. He made the bench, but he wasn't starting. They had Wickham out, but still Ivanovic did his job fairly good, so I was happy with him. Zuma had an incredible game again. There was this one tackle, he was the referee gave a foul against him for jumping on top of someone, which it is always a foul in football, but it's always stupid when it's a foul, if you know what I'm saying. And he was really arguing with the ref instead of looking at the player who played the free kick quickly, and he was had to just realize it after the ball was played, and then was just completely sprinting after, I think, Zaha probably, and put another one of his great tackles in. It was really risky. If he wouldn't have got the ball, it would have been a clear penalty. But he got the ball like he always does, doesn't he? John Terry was solid at the back. Early first half, he missed the header. He sort of jumped under it. Could have been positioned a bit better for that. But he had some class interceptions, won all the headers basically, except that I can think of now anyway. Azpilicueta, Aspi is a brave man. He sort of fell on the floor, and the ball was very close to his head, and one of the Crystal Palace player tried to just hit the ball away, and he hit the ball with his foot, but his shin and knee completely smashed Dave's head, right in his face. He wasn't on the ground, but he carried on. He didn't care. And once he even had a good chance, when it was still 1-0, I think, in the first half, it was a good save by the keeper, but he had a good chance. He was in a great position there. And then we come to 2 very good players today. Genovan Mikel, he completely bossed the midfield. Can't even think of him losing the ball. He didn't pass the ball backwards all the time, sometimes sideways, but in a decent proportion of when to pass forward, when to pass sideways, sometimes pass backwards when you don't have someone to play it to, which I was really happy about. He didn't lose the ball. He won the balls. Incredible. And then Fabregas, he was good today. I really liked him. Obviously, as I said, he gave the ball to Costa, who assisted Oscar's goal then. His distribution was incredible. The other players were looking for him to distribute the ball, to control the game. He was passing it around. As I said, in the first half he had 1 or 2 sort of misplaced passes, but overall he was very good in my opinion. He passed it around, as I said, he controlled the game, good long balls, switch of play to the other side. Very happy with that. And then I come to Hazard, obviously, who started the game. He didn't do much. Obviously, he picked up an injury after 10 minutes or something, so I can't really judge him on much, but he did impress me, let's say that. But, I can't, let's hope he's not out for too long because we need him. We need him back to full form. Then, obviously, Pedro came on after 16 minutes, as I said before, and he was very good. I know he didn't score and didn't get an assist, but he was very good. He was very lively, trying to get past players, trying to get at players, distributing the ball as well. Very good. I was very happy with him. And then Willian, obviously, I said he scored the cracker. What a cracking goal that was. He great moments, just great, touch of the ball, moving it around. In the first half, before we scored our first goal, he was basically the only one that actually did kind of something to sort of connect the defense to the striker, to Costa. And he was very good today. Scored, loved his celebration, like the Drogba celebration, sliding on your knees and saluting the fans, which is always good. So yeah, I was really happy with him. Then we come to Oscar. I know he scored, he got an assist, but his first half was absolutely dreadful. He gave the ball away every time, every single time. He gave the ball away basically. It was really annoying me. He got pushed off the ball all the time. Stupid decision making. But in the second half, I have to give it to him. He improved a lot. He was fairly decent. Didn't give the ball away as far as I realised it. He pressed people. I was quite happy with him. I have to say. So his first half was dreadful. His second half was okay. So yeah, and I love the celebration for the Willian goal. It was like proper pumping to the camera. I love that. And then we come to the main man today. I think Sky Sports or whoever aired the game, broadcasted the game, gave it to Diego Costa. Could have been Willian as well, not Willian, Mikel, because he just bossed the midfield. But I think Costa scoring the goal that actually decided to put the game to bed, which is always important. Set up the easy goal for Oscar in the first half with a great run. He just was moving around. His defending was incredible today. Like, he was running back and didn't just run over everybody and kick everybody. He actually took the ball off them, gave it to Costa, Oscar, Willian or Fabregas, and then we started an attack. That was incredible. I love to see that from him. Even when he got fouled quite badly once in the first half, I think it was. He was looking at the ref, moaning and what's going on, and how football players react. But he wasn't going off on one, if you know what I mean. And he was staying calm. He scored his goal. He assisted. If Diego Costa plays like that every week, we have one of the best strikers in the world. Not up there with Suarez and Aguero maybe, but still one of the best strikers in the world. So yeah, I was really happy. Well, another thing that I have to talk about again, like I did in the last few videos, Gus Hiddink only made 2 substitutions again, and the first one was because of the injury of Hazard. So that was after 60 minutes, and the other one was Matic came on for Oscar for the last 4 minutes because he came on in the 88th minute. I'm still annoyed by that. Like, why'd you do that? We were 3-0 up after, wait, let me check, 66 minutes. 66 minutes. And you couldn't give Traore or Kennedy a chance. Like, what are you doing, Hiddink? I realise you're an interim manager, but come on, please. Please give them a chance. Like, just try them. If we're 3-0 up, nothing is going to happen. You're not supposed to, I don't know, put Loftus-Cheek or Traore on for John Terry. But, if you put them on for Willian, or if you put them on for Fabregas, who was ill, probably wouldn't have minded having a little bit of a rest again. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's lovely to be winning again. It's really important for us. We need to get a few games, a few wins in a row. Obviously, Crystal Palace were 5th before this match day, basically. I mean, they were 6th after Man United won yesterday, but still, they were actually 5th, and we're back to 14th now. If we would have lost today, we would have stayed 16th, which we were before the game today. Thankfully we didn't. So yeah, I mean, let's try to kick on from here. Obviously, a week today, next Sunday, we're playing the FA Cup against, you can never say the name, like Scunthorpe or something like that. So I hope maybe players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Kennedy and Traore get a game in that, and get minutes there. Begovic probably maybe in goal again. If Remy is fit, let's hope he can start the game. Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. Baba, that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, that was it for me. As I said, lovely to win another game. Buzzing from the performance. It was a very good performance against. Obviously, as I mentioned before, they had a few players suspended and injured, but still, Crystal Palace were 5th. And considering how we played this season, that is a big step up to beat the 5th in the league 3-0. Like we only scored 3 goals twice before this season. Once against Sunderland, and when Steve Holland was in charge a few weeks ago, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, just before Christmas, I think. And the other game was against West Brom when we won the game 3-2 away at them at their stadium. I think back in August that was. And by far not by far, but like a highest win of the season as well, as obviously against Sunderland we won 3-2, and against West Brom, no, against Sunderland 3-1, and against West Brom 3-2, and against Arsenal 2-0, and against Villa 2-0. But that was the biggest win, so it's a good step up. We have to look forward, we have to move up that table. If you perform like that, I'm very confident that we will be able to do that. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to me if you do enjoy the video, if you did enjoy the video. Leave a like rating below, comments on anything you have to say, basically just in the comment section. And yeah, see you guys for a review of the FA Cup match.